Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode here on Witcombe Park Farm. So as you can see, we are in the field getting some grass cut. We need to slow down a wee bit. We're not burning out our engine or making the advanced damage mod angry at us. Actually handling it pretty good right now. It's 6 miles an hour going up this hill. Not too bad at all. But this is not the thickest crop in the world either. We are definitely cutting this earlier than we should be, because we lost out on our first cut, as we all know, if you have been following along with the series. But yes, we are doing a little in-cab right now, because the tractor and mower combination is quite loud when we're in third person, so not the friendliest for recording. But we're actually starting in this field today, because this is going to be our hay field. And the other field behind the farm shop is going to be our silage field. So we did kind of settle on doing one of each. I do think that eventually, it's probably the next field we get, we're probably going to need to plant grass in there, or really another plan would be, and probably a good plan, would be that we plow these two hay fields in and plant field grass in one of the other fields. That probably would be, in the end, a better idea to get us some more grass, because our other fields are bigger than this. At least this one is, that's next to us. I'm not sure that I want to move down to just one grass field, because like I said, or like we're doing now, if we need to in a pinch, we have two fields that we can do two different things in if needed. It probably would be a good idea to put some of these other fields in grass, give these fields a break from grass for a while, and put some arable crop in there just to rotate them a little bit. Probably 3-4 years is the max of what I want to keep a grass field grass, right? Because eventually it just loses yield and quality and stuff like that. So likely that's what we'll be doing after our third cutting, which will likely be our last cutting for the year. We'll do that before winter. So yeah, this episode, the majority of it is going to be about grass work. Heading, raking, baling, wrapping, all the good stuff. So we're going to keep cracking on here. And as always, we will catch up with you guys shortly. Alright, a little past 3 o'clock now on May 1st. And we are doing our straight passes on this field now. Got the other one all mowed up, ready to go. I need to check the moisture on this field. I actually haven't yet, because that might actually change what we decide to do on which one is going to be our hay field and which one's our silage. I know I said that one's going to be our hay field, this one's going to be our silage, but if one of them is drier than the other, which they shouldn't be, they should be relatively similar. But I should check just in case. Luckily it's not overly hot at the moment, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Apologies for those of you that are friends from over the pond. Just easier for me to understand what the weather is and stuff. I just leave it in Fahrenheit. I know it's not Not supposed to be that way for over in the UK, but it is what it is. So, yeah, 61. If it was closer to like 80, we would probably be almost out of luck. Probably not even able to make silage because it would probably be drying way too quick. So we're lucky that we still have some mild weather at the moment. Personally, 60 to 70 degrees is like my go-to. That's my favorite. I'm not a big warm weather person. Now that we're done mowing and now that the 6090 or 690 is hooked up to the feed mixer, we're not going to actually take that off the feed mixer to do any field work with. We are just going to be dropping the mower off and moving right over to raking for our silage field. We're gonna wait to ted our hay field. We're just gonna see if it dries on its own, and if we need to ted it in May 2, we will do that. I just want to get it in a row right now so that hopefully any moisture that is in the grass will stay in the grass because it's in a big, you know, windrow pile. So that is my hope. I don't even know if the moisture mod works that way, but going from a realistic aspect, that is how I would probably approach it. If I was desperate to have my grass stay moist. Just a few more passes on this field. And then we'll probably move on to getting this field raked up. Procedure started. Oh yes, I have the New Holland up at the dealership. They actually agreed to work on that tractor. One of the mechanics there is familiar with it, so they are working on it for us. Wasn't cheap, but we're doing it. We're getting the like service done on it that it needs every 5 hours or whatever, which again I would like to hop into the mod if I can. I have no idea if it's like a Lua thing that needs to be looked at or not, because it is a script mod. So if it is, then I'm just kind of out of luck, because I don't mess with Luas. That stuff is scary. Mess one of those up, you can ruin your whole game, it feels like. But yes, so it looks like they found a issue. And so I told them if they did find an issue that they can go ahead and fix it. So I'll have to give them a call and see what the actual issue is. So, but for now, we're going to focus on getting this silage in. Probably won't get it baled or anything this in May 1, but like I said, I do want to get it into some windrows. So we will make sure we do that. I did check the moisture in this field before we started raking it. We're at about 12% at the moment, which is pretty dry still for silage, but because it's not at that 7% that the moisture mod requires for hay, we are in the clear. It just means we're going to have some very dry silage, but it is what it is. We're taking what we can get with our situation this year. And again, that is why my ideal situation would be, again, to silage in the spring, hay in the summer, and silage again in the fall when things are a bit wetter. But like I said, it is what it is. Not too worried about it. I am very interested to see what, or how it'll dry if we like go to sleep and get into May 2. We do have to feed the cattle yet this evening, so after we get done raking, we will go and do that. I'm excited to have some of our own feed made again. Fingers crossed it stays in the field overnight, because that's what happened last time as we went to bed. It did hail, so that's what my thought is, that the hail actually destroyed it. I hope that's what happened. I hope it's not a bug. That would really be sad, because I don't know what to do about it if we do lose our feed. Go back to one-day seasons, maybe? I don't know, but I don't really want to do that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So I will pretty much just update you guys here very shortly for you. And you guys will know what happened. Well, the grass made it. It's still here, still kicking. And we are making some good bales right now. We started early this morning. Make sure that the moisture stayed higher than it should be. It's not very high at all. But high enough to make silage out of. And we got the old 190 on the McHale round baler. Good looking combo here. We'll get these wrapped as well. I do think there's such thing as bale drying as well, so they could dry out also. Because we're at 9.2% now. So we will be rushing to get that done. We had some pretty big issues. Like literally right after I turned off the recording, when we were finishing up this field, with our Massey. This light came on, this one down here. I don't know if anybody can tell me what light that like indicates, but that came on and I wanted to finish up the field, so I had like 2 passes left. And by the time I was done, then the warning triangle light came on too. So I was like, what in the world's going on? So we spent the evening patching up the 46 or the 6460. We just did a quick patch job because there's no time for that tractor to be down. We need it. So we'll actually go in here. I'll show you guys what happened to it if we look into the repair. So the brake system and the hydraulic cylinder went out. So we just did a quick patch job. Hopefully it lasts us. So we're done with hay and silage. Fingers crossed, right? But at least she's running. She's up and running. I guess we do need to wait for this to warm up. I also think the Can-Am is out of battery too. No, I lie. It is not. I don't know why I thought that. I thought I got a warning message that it's out of battery. See, okay, so now these are popping up again. Well, shoot. I don't know what to do about that. We're gonna shut it down because I don't want to have issues there. So we are actually gonna unhook the 690 from the mixer. Hello, lady. And we're gonna do it the old school way. This tractor is already warmed up because we got the cows fed not too long ago. Gotta get this wrapper on there so we do not get these bales too dry. I think the wrapper is in this one? Yes. Good thing we got the trusty 690. This thing is always going to be a workhorse. Even comes out of retirement for us. After living the last few months, living the good life on the mixer. Alright, we got bale wrap. That's good. Let's get over here. Let's pop it into a time lapse. And let's get these bales wrapped. Alright, so we have been busy off camera working on this tractor again. We got one of the issues fixed. Took us about 4 hours to fix. The other one is still there, as you can see by the warning lights. But that one is not as big of an issue. Just gonna grab some diesel quick. And we're going to hook up to the rake because the field is actually, or the grass is actually dry enough that we don't even have to ted it. So that's kind of nice. Saves us on diesel. We're going to rake it now. We'll see how much time we have left in the day. There's no rain coming, nothing. It's actually gonna be really hot and sunny tomorrow, so we have plenty of time to get this off the field, baled up, all that good stuff. That is gonna be the plan for the rest of the evening. Hop out, get this gate open quick. There we go. Yeah, I know. You're beeping at me. You're letting me know. Well, we'll actually get this unfolded while we're here. Get her through the gate. Fire her up. Drop her down. And away we go. So I'm going to do this off camera. Raking is not anything glamorous, so probably one of the more boring things to watch, to be honest. So I'm going to do it off camera, and we'll catch you guys in May 3 when we get this baled up. Alright, so welcome to May 3 now. We are in the JCB. And we are making a trip up to the agri-yard. I've been talking with Andy, who is the owner of this place. And he has made me aware that they have a tool in here that I've been looking for. I asked him to keep an eye out for a bale grab for a telehandler, and he called me up and said he just got one in the other day, and that come on up and we can barter a deal and see what we can do. So that is the plan. We're going to barter this deal. Asking price is $58.70. Let's see if we can get it for under 5 or maybe 4. Yard credit. We have no yard credit because we haven't sold anything here. So this means if you sell something here, you can sell it for yard credit, which you actually get a bonus. You get extra money from it, I think, if you sell it. But then you can only use that at this agri-yard, essentially. This is able to, this is big enough to add those, or to grab our bales. This had one owner, 17 damage, that's all fine. So let's see, let's make this offer. Offer rejected, try a higher amount. Alright, let's try a little bit under 5. Okay, well. Here we go. 5% off. Ooh. Whoop-de-doo. I guess it's better than paying full price. So, I hope that we can get the telehandler through here. Should be able to do. He said that he has some improvements he'd like to make around the yard. I've actually got to know him quite well. Really good guy. But he has all sorts of machines around here. It is crazy. I mean, he's got a skid steer even. You don't see skid steers very often around the UK. Can we get onto this? Oh boy, is this not a telehandler grab? It should be. When we look in the shop, telehandler, bale wrap, telehandler, front load. Oh, okay, so it just needs to, I might need to just edit it really quick. Let me do that. We're just gonna do that really quick. Telehandler, there we go. There we go. I didn't make this trip all the way down here just to not get my bale grab, dadgummit. But I think while we're here, let's just take a quick look, see what he's got in the yard. He's got an old Clayson combine. This thing is pretty slick. I like that. Now this fast track has caught my eye. This is 85,000. That is a nice machine. What is the model number on it? An 8310. How much horsepower is that? 8310. That's 310 horsepower. That could be a really good purchase for us. Doesn't have IC though. Oof. That sounds good. That sounds real nice. Now, is this one the one by Rawson? Now, yeah. I don't think this is the right one. Yeah, I don't think that's the right one. I need to get that other one out of my mods folder. Well, that's a bummer. Because I was really hoping to get that. That's the good one, I want to say. This one is a phony knockoff. Deutz Steyr. Ooh, that's a pretty cool tractor. Got an interesting bumper there. 6300. I do love a 6300. And John Deere. Ooh, that's got duals on it even. That's fancy. A 4040. Looks like a forestry edition. I am very interested in this bale wrapper too. It's 26 grand. And he doesn't do financing either. So we probably are going to have to pass on it, but I'm sure this would wrap the bales much faster than what we currently have. Now, this little digger could be cool too. I got some projects in mind that I think a digger would be really nice for. Ideally, it would be nice to get a JCB. I do know that Peacock and Bennington, they do sell those. I've seen one up there recently, but I don't think it's up there anymore. Kubota, that's a cool tractor. 620. Now, I do love this 7495. I do love it. That is a sweet tractor. 123 grand. A real old Steyr. 6 series. Ooh, a 6460. Oh, this is just like ours. This is like literally just like ours. Very nice. Except it doesn't have the sweet black rims on it. A big ol' disc cultivator. Baling trailer, probably way too big for what we need. Got silage sides on it, and then a TM420. I do like these too. Maybe someday we'll get those. But yeah, it's got some good stuff up here. Mowers, drills, baler. Definitely could go for eventually getting into the double mower setup. That could be pretty cool, but we don't have enough ground to even justify doing that right now. Our Crone pull type is plenty fine. But alright, business is done. Let's head back to the farm. And before we go any further, again, pretty much as soon as we... Or no, not, I was going to say as soon as we turn the recording off. It was towards the end of this field. We were up at the top getting it raked. And we got another warning. And it's actually a thermostat. So the engine temperature, all that stuff is pretty unregulated. We actually fixed that same issue in January. And it's just popped up again this year for us. And then if we take a look at the log, this is what we just repaired, the hydraulic cylinder. I wanted to get that repaired before we got the rake on because it uses a lot of hydraulic stuff, as well as, you know, hydraulic to keep the implement up and down, all that stuff. So I wanted to make sure that was fixed. But yeah, now we have a thermostat down and in the brake system. So that's the one we patched. So yeah, this tractor is just constantly in the shop right now, and it's not giving me good vibes. We may need to seriously think about upgrading and moving on from the 6460 if it continues to give us issues like this. I don't want to because I love that tractor, but if it's going to be in a condition like this, it might just be better off leaving it and using the money that we can get from it to upgrade. But again, I don't think that's going to be in the cards until at least this winter when we sell off our crop. I mean, yes, we probably could finance something. But again, that's just another monthly payment, and if we can get away with it, I would rather not do that all the time. So, hop on another bale. Just makes me happy every time we pop one of those out. A lot less stressful, that's for sure. It's getting a little stressful there. Not knowing if we're going to have enough feed to get even through the summer. Let alone the winter. That's going to be a different problem. So look what just happened. We got the outside rows done. Or the outside row done. 2 rows. And we're having issues with this tractor now. Lucky me. I'm actually just going to park it right here outside the shop. We'll do some inspections on it. I'm just going to do a quick inspection here. Just a visual quick before we get any tools out. Everything's okay. So we might need to do a little inspection. It's going to take about an hour. So we're going to do that. See you guys in an hour to see what's wrong. So good. Moderate valve trains malfunction. Engine torque is noticeably reduced. Fuel consumption is increased. Valve train noise is pronounced. And engine hesitation may occur under load. And that is a $5,000 issue. Ugh. I wonder how long do we expect that to take to repair? Repair. Well, only 4 hours. Standard repairs unavailable for mobile. Okay, yeah. That's kind of cool, actually. The mobile workshop, because that's what I'm using right now. You actually can't do the standard or advanced repair using mobile workshop. You have to actually go in to your workshop and use the trigger. That's awesome. I really like that. How cool is that? So now we need to figure out what we're going to do. I think that we could get the Massey fixed quicker. Luckily, we have the 4-day seasons. We're not super rushed. We can always bale it tomorrow. The weather is going to allow it. There's not going to be rain or anything. Do we fix the TM? Or do we fix the 6460? This is the issue with having older tractors. We run into issues. So that's a question I'm going to have to figure out at some point here soon. So, next time I see you, we will have known what I decide. You're not going to believe it, but we now have 2 tractors in here with the same issue, their valve train issue. We fixed the 6460. We got it out on the baler. We baled some of the bales, and as we're going down this pass here, we get a valve train malfunction, and that is literally exactly what the New Holland has. I don't know what it's caused from, but yeah, I don't know. I might have to do some research in this mod and figure out what is causing that issue, because both tractors having it is rough. The New Holland's is not great. It costs us like $4,000. I technically did just start the maintenance on it, timer on it. It's gonna take 4 hours. It's gonna be like 8:30 by the time that we actually get around to finishing the maintenance on this. And this one is like $1,500 or so to fix the valve train on this one. So yeah, kind of crazy. I think I'm just gonna end up spending the evening again fixing these tractors, and then hopefully in the morning we can get these bales off, because that would be nice to finally get these off. There is a world where I end up only fixing this tractor and just loading bales the rest of the evening in the dark. That could be an option too. So yeah, this tractor, I think, is just, it's time. It's gonna be time here soon. I mean, we could keep it, but the issue, like, if we keep it, we just need to make sure that we aren't putting a ton of hours on it, because it feels like we're relying on this tractor a lot. I mean, this is our main tractor right now. It feels like we're putting a lot of hours on it, and that makes it so it's gonna need to be fixed more often, right? But having this thing down so often the last few, I don't know what, months, it's been rough. So yeah, it feels like we've been in the shop a lot lately. I would like to stop doing that and actually stay in the fields. But yeah, we're gonna get this fixed, and then we'll catch you guys in May 4. Morning. Welcome to May 4. We have some hay bales in the hay storage area. I don't really want to call it a shed, because it technically is a silage clamp, but yeah, we got the hay bales off this field. I'm just kind of a little bit paranoid that we're for some reason going to lose them at some point, but we did get those off, and we fixed the tractor, the New Holland, last evening. You're just gonna warm this up quick. There we go. The 6460 is still down at the moment, but the moisture on the windrows right now is currently 4.6%, so it's really, really dry stuff. I don't think there's a penalty for too dry. I might be mistaken, but I do not believe that there is, so... but we do have the silage bales in the field still that we got to get off. Just opening the shed to see if there's anything in there that we got to talk about. But yeah, so that is that's going to be the main job for today, is to get all those off. We're probably going to have to end up spreading some synthetic fertilizer on here on our grass fields because we don't have enough manure because we just kind of, yeah, jumped the gun a little bit there with the fertilizing that other field for the contract and stuff. I feel like with that manure we could have at least got one of our fields finished off, but it is what it is. I'm gonna start by getting some fuel in this tractor. It should be good to go. I did not do a visual inspection on this morning, but it should be plenty fine for the little bit of baling we have to do. And then what do we have? We got barley harvest coming in August. Canola harvest is in July. So next month, I'm honestly not sure what we're going to be doing. I don't know. It's going to be kind of a slow month. And I always say that. I always tend to say it's going to be a slow month if there is a possibility, but it ends up being busy. So I don't know. We'll have to see what we get on with. I think that we're going to have some calves born, so that'll be busy. And we just had a bunch of new lambs as well, so that's been fun. I think we do have a load of lambs that can be sold at some point here soon, probably next month. Ooh, that's one way to damage your tractor again. Back right into the hitch. But yes, I'm happy to have this tractor back and running. It's about time. Oh boy. Oh, it doesn't act like it wants to be running. Struggling right now. There we go. We did end up getting one grass bale off this field too, actually. So we ended up just using that to feed our sheep. Probably beginning of next month, we will end up moving the sheep back over to the pasture behind the house. If they need it. I think they will. They're getting low on the meadow grass. But it seems like it'll be fine to do that. The sheep with foot and mouth and the twin babies is still kicking. Seems to be doing well. I hope that we have enough net wrap to finish this field. That would be kind of a bummer. I have been told in the comments that there is a way to turn down the damage, the amount of damage that you can get, or that this mod gives. Let's see. Everything constructible, additional contract, use yards. Lumberjack. I'm not seeing anything in the settings that would allow me to do that. So I guess I don't know where that would be. Vehicle inspection. No, there's really not like a HUD or anything for it. I don't know. I don't know where the idea was where that idea came from, because I just made sure I had the most up-to-date version, but I'm not seeing anything unless it's in like the console commands. If you are the one that commented that, definitely let me know what I'm missing, because I would love to be able to do that, be able to turn down the amount that we get damage and stuff to our tractors. And he said that there's also a service hour thing that we can change too, where it's not every 5 hours. He said he bumped it up to 15, which would, in my opinion, that would be like perfect, especially with how many hours we put on our tractors. I mean, in my opinion, you really should only have to like heavily service your tractors once or twice a year. Seems like we're at least at 3 right now. But really, I mean, this is the last job for this episode. And in good old SimStation fashion, we're gonna end it right here before we even finish the job. It's like I never actually end up showing you guys a full job. At least that's something I noticed when I was editing. It's not something I really do on purpose, but it is what it is. So, thank you to everybody that's watched, especially my YouTube channel members. I really appreciate you guys. I know that we just got a bunch of new members, which is really cool. So thank you. It feels good to kind of start getting back up to the number we were at before my long hiatus a while back. And we will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.